Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome back. We are the final for Angelic Summit 2022. We made it. You made it, all of you. I'm Stephanie Lodge. I am still your host, giving you big hugs. Thank you and congratulations for still being here. And I am joined by the effervescent, coming in from Bali, Sheli Bowman. Hi, Sheli.
Hello.
Sorry, everyone, for the tech issues. We're trying to coordinate some music for you all, and we were having some technical issues. We'll see what we can do. Naomi Harlan is scheduled. She's trying to get backstage with us. It's just Mercury strikes again. Thank you, Mercury. But I do want to say, I want to introduce Sheli to you. She's really the initiator of this entire thing. She contacted me a few months back and she said, I want to do this angel event thing. Maybe you want to be involved. And it was this whole conversation. I said, well, I kind of already have this Angelic Summit container, so maybe we just kind of do something together that way. And she's like, that sounds great. So that's how this happened. So you can thank Sheli for being the catalyst for this, right? But I want to tell you a little bit about her so you know who she is and get an idea of her heart and her soul and all that she is. So Sheli Bowman truly bridges a gap between the spiritual and the strategic as both a conscious business strategist and soul realignment practitioner. So she's a bridge, right? She's been a Reiki master for 26 years, does other modalities, is an advanced soul realignment practitioner using the Akashic Records and certified life coach as well. At the same time, she has an MBA and spent 3 decades as a brand manager, creative director, and digital strategy consultant for multinationals. Her passion for strategy has allowed her to become a digital strategy industry leader, representing organizations such as Star TV, Leighton Asia and Leighton International, Media Partners Asia, Ocean Recovery Alliance, and currently the Institute of iBusiness, or IIB, Council as a digital marketing advisory board member. But really, where her heart is in this moment is the current role she has as the CEO of Heal.art, which, if you've noticed at the top, we say Heal.art is our collaborative partner. So I'm excited for you to learn more about Heal.art. And I want to just say welcome, Sheli, to Angelic Summit 2022. You finally are here. Yay! You made it.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. And yeah, I remember that conversation. I was introducing you to Stephen Altair, and we were like, let's just do something together. And Stephen and I were like, we don't care if we just get on and the 3 of us just chit chat and no one shows up. It would be great. But now you've got like these 12 amazing speakers, and it's been an amazing weekend. And yeah, I was supposed to speak on what was it, Friday night, and then I didn't have my PCR test to get back into Bali, and the flight was the next day, so it was like a little bit of a craziness. So I'm coming on now, and so it's been amazing seeing the last couple of days of the content and the becoming a unicorn and this and that, and it's
all the bells going off on this side to just concur that this is the perfect exact time for you to come in and really share what Heal.art is about, right? I want to say to everybody, the reason I said yes to Sheli was because I know that what they're building with Heal.art as a platform is bridging us into the Web 3.0, right? Metaverse, all these things, NFTs, all the stuff that everybody's thinking about and knowing and hearing glimpses of, whatever. But there's a lot going on there, and I really feel that the light workers, or light surfers, as I prefer to call us, must be present because light is everywhere anyway. So this was an opportunity for us to learn what Heal.art is doing and what its plans are of how to bring more light into the space of Web 3.0. So I'd like you to share more about it. I know you have a presentation prepared as well. You can cue it up if you want. You can talk a little bit. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through the presentation because it's yeah. Anyway, so Heal.art, we bring together Wellness 3.0 and Web 3.0. So 2 very strong emerging markets. And by Wellness 3.0, I mean something that's not tangible. So it's beyond the yoga studios, the meditation, or beyond to more of the spiritual practices and alternative healing. And the genesis of Heal was really to have a platform for people who've had awakening experiences and to share their gifts. But then not all healers. There's extraordinary healers that are didn't necessarily have an awakening. Maybe they just were born woken up, or but they still have their gifts, so they haven't had an awakening experience, but they're still powerful healers. So we've broadened the scope of what we're offering. And so during COVID, there's been, well, let's say there's been this ascension of consciousness that's been happening, but during COVID that got sped up. So you've got like a lot of people that are questioning consensus reality. The you have to get a good education, and then you get a good job, and then you commute 3 hours a day, and then eventually you retire, and somewhere in there maybe you have a family, and it's the whole thing of working for someone else your entire life is being questioned, because now people have had 6 months or a year or something of working from home, and they're like, well, I can do this, and why am I working for someone else? Maybe I should do something else. And it's also, people are questioning Western medicine, whether you're a vaxxer, pro-vaxxer, anti-vaxxer, whatever. People are questioning if the medical system and the governments behind that medical system have our best interests at heart. And so with this, it's like the perfect time to be bringing to people a platform that offers alternative healing in a more accessible space. So Web3 is, we've got an app, which is not Web3. It's more, you can use normal money. You don't have to use crypto. So we've already applied for the Apple and Android.
Really quick, I'm going to just interject. Can you explain what the difference is between our current web and like what Web 3.0 even means? Because I know a lot of people might not even know what that means.
Right. Okay. So when I say Web 3.0, I mean taking it beyond. So Web 1 was more just, here's information. Here's a website, and it just has information for you, like brochure websites. Then Web 2 was more like Facebook, where it's interactive. There's a social component. And then Web 3, you have a much broader social component in terms of like, it might be gaming, or like you have non-browser based sites like Discord. Discord is like a communication tool. A lot of crypto projects use Discord, as well as gamers. So, and it's also bringing in AI, virtual reality, a lot more interaction in, like, say, a higher level of interaction, which you were seeing with gaming before. So it's bringing in the metaverse and things beyond.
VR too, right? Virtual reality, as far as being immersed in things, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes, so it's a much more immersive experience, and it's not browser based necessarily.
Yeah.
And so our app it's just a normal app, so you can use your credit card to purchase things in the app. But when we go into our, we'll have an NFT marketplace, and so that there you can buy NFTs that will be utility driven NFTs. So a normal NFT might just be like a GIF or a JPEG, but utility driven NFTs have something behind that, so you get something with it. And so ours will have, like, you buy the NFT, but then here's a mandala, say it's like the record cover, and then behind that, instead of the music and the record, you have 10 healing experiences one-on-one with someone. And I can't find my Discord to shut off, but
no, that happens to me too. It's okay.
But and so utility driven NFTs have much more substance behind them. And yeah, so we'll be bringing that in, and then later next year, or by the end of next year, hopefully we'll have our metaverse. And that's more, instead of having you go in and you do games, this would be more like you go in. It's really annoying. I don't know where it is. Anyway, you go in and you would do something like you go into a sacred geometry space, and you go down a wormhole into the Brazilian jungle, and then you hear about plant medicine from a shaman. You might go into another space and you're in an ashram doing a meditation. So a lot of Web3 or crypto or metaverse has a dark energy. And we've talked about this before, that where there's going to be dark and light everywhere, but we can bring this light into this space that people have this idea, oh my God, metaverse, Web3, or crypto even. But we can bring light into it. We'll have the heal token that people can use to buy experiences, like transformational healing experiences. And one of the reasons I'm in Bali, I was for a month shooting these amazing healers. And so we were doing these 21-day quests. So they range from everything from getting people into the basics of meditation to having a meditation practice. There's some amazing hypnotherapy sessions. And every one of the healers had their own gifts that they were bringing into it. And I can't really even describe what they're bringing in. Some people did sound. I know Tatiana was doing the first day. She did some sound. And so everyone was bringing in their own special gifts. Like, I mean, I do energy healing, but I don't just do Reiki. I've got all these different modalities, and they just all come into like what Sheli does kind of thing. So everyone has their own style of what they do. And so they were bringing that, and we have over 200 hours of amazing content that's ready and on the app. So when that's released early in June, you can look for the Heal app. And so
awesome.
that's been
So
exciting.
now, so for artists, because it's obviously heal.art, so you're saying like musicians or artists that do any type of, any kind of art, really, I would assume, this will be somehow integrated as well for people to check out as far as purchasing, maybe as an NFT. Is that how it's working?
Well, NFT is like the crypto word for art.
Right.
So it's the same thing. So NFTs, they can be art. We have one artist who does sacred geometry that's moving.
So I guess, and my question is, will heal.art be a marketplace for it?
Yes.
Okay.
So heal.art will be an NFT marketplace and directory. So you can come in and like search for the people that maybe you saw them do an amazing session on the app, and you go, I want to do that. I want to purchase one-on-one or in real life sessions with that person in the marketplace. So the marketplace is, as I said, a directory of people, right, as well as where you can purchase things using tokens, the Heal token.
Right. So it'll be all interactive for healers and artists to play together, exchange together, and people can get sessions and all sorts of things that are all within this type of framework of healing, basically.
Yeah, and we're also bringing in some of the gamification. So you might get, here's a token drop. You just went through 3 21-day quests or something like that, so that there's gamification, there's rewards. So I won't go too much into this because it's getting a bit technical, but there's what's called staking, and it's kind of like putting your tokens in the bank, and then you get staking rewards of like 10 to 20%. And so there's a lot of, like 50% of our tokens are for rewards in the ecosystem. So there's in the gaming sector, there's like play to earn. We're doing heal to earn. So the more people do healing experiences, the more they get rewarded, and then they can stake that and get these rewards. And then with the staking rewards, they can use those for healing experiences. So it's going to be a big ecosystem, plus the social factor. And we're doing, like, our first launch is angels. And so that's pretty amazing. I know Daniel Bowman was on here in the summit, and he's the artist, and all the artwork for this Angelic Summit comes from Daniel, and he's the artist for our angel NFTs. And we love, and you introduced me to Daniel, so this has gone kind of full circle and in that. And so I love his artwork, and our angels are so beautiful. They're not like, gaming angels with big boobs and tiny waists. They're like entity angels, like bursts of light.
So I know, right? I mean, that's the thing. We have to say, gotta love the Diamond Kids coming in, and they have a lot of genius to them. But there is an element of them that kind of has a sense of humor through their instruments that they're using, called teenagers, and let's just say 20-some, 80, 40, 38-year-old teenagers. But the millennial crowd, sometimes it brings and bridges us in, and then they grow up, but they're still in this consciousness sometimes that can run a little bit interesting. We'll just leave it there. But yeah, no, I appreciate that we're bringing in this high frequency work of his into the space, and that's kind of what I thought would be nice to bring in and insert. Hi, hi, this is what light looks like, right? Versus a little bit of the other stuff.
And what we're doing is like part of our business plan is to do quarterly NFT drops, bringing awareness to different areas of alternative healing.
Yeah.
Because it's our angel round of funding with these angel NFTs, we did angel and got, the idea is to get the top international experts in the area that we're doing. And so obviously, you know, beeline to to Stephanie as the angel expert, the hug angel. And so she's our expert in this vertical or this area of healing. And then the next one will be on life codes, which are based on the I Ching, human design, and Jin keys. And then one after that will be on indigenous art. And we've just got I've got 5 years of areas of alternative healing that I want to shine a light on. And so with this, like, you're the expert, people know you in the angel area, all the amazing speakers that have been here this last 3 days, they're all like international experts. But what it brings is now like the local angel channelers will get more attention because people are like, we've done this summit, some people get introduced to this, some people, I was in one of the back rooms and someone was saying that she just randomly got gifted the Angelic Summit by a friend. And so now she knows about angel channelers. Maybe she can't afford like the top people, but now she knows like, oh, I see that there's an angel channeler in my city. Maybe I'll go and have an experience with them. So it's more it's like a top-down approach in terms of bringing awareness of business to the local practitioners of these different areas of alternative healing.
I kind of see what they're showing me is almost like there's nodes, right? So it's like, there's different archangels, right, that might arc over certain regions and stuff, but then the angels also can reach into the micro communities, right? And I think that's really what you're saying is that there's a support system that's also dripping into the other systems and in these different categories, right? And I think that's really beautiful because it's really about everything that I'm about, which is building community anyway.
Yep.
And I think that fundamentally, yeah, I'd love to, see how this is going to evolve and have everyone here really step in and say, hey, yeah, I'd love to be a practitioner or be part of it. Or, so how can they do that if they want to kind of, if they're a healer in a local region or if there's somebody that has beautiful gifts to bring forward, how would they do that with Heal.art?
They would reach out to hello@heal.art.
Okay.
And so that's the main channel. All of our social media is Heal Art, but it's like at Heal Art Wellness is the social media. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. You can write to hello at Heal.art is the best way to communicate.
Okay, and is the main website a www or just a heal.art?
Heal.art.
Yeah. So sometimes I don't put the W's in either anymore. It's funny.
No. What
I have no patience for those, I guess. I don't know what it is. So anyway, I wanted to say, this has been such an amazing time for us all to gather and be here, as Angels on Earth and Guardians of Light, United for Peace, and Heal.art being our collaborator and our friend in this and partner and shine. It's important, for us to like bridge these elements. Like you're a bridge, I'm a bridge in many ways, and I would just say we're not here to run and shy away from the technologies that are coming into this planet, because when you think about other planet systems, if we go there for a minute, they're way more advanced than this. I mean, they're way more advanced. And so we have to know there's an evolutionary process in everything. And it might seem a little uncomfortable at first because we're still using like the antiquated mixed with the new, and it might not quite mesh yet. And we're like, what's that? And that's not good. And then eventually what happens is it works itself out because we keep getting advanced, right? And then, oh yeah, we don't need this type of stuff. We have this now. And all of this will change. But we have to start somewhere, and we have to always know that the light is here and we are keeping watch. I kind of say we're a little bit like the watchers, like, what are you doing over there? And so this is the importance of why I wanted to get involved and make sure that there's a balance, that, no matter what's going on, you bring in the harmony. Because the harmony, the law of harmony is always at play in everything, right? So this was my main reason I think, for saying yes to this. And, because I wasn't planning on doing a summit. It was so funny. Okay, I guess I'll do another summit, but we're here and we did it. And Mercury retrograde and all, we got through it. So I'm blessed for that.
Yeah. And one of the aspects of this is I'm part of a big community of healers in Hong Kong, which is where I'm normally based. And I don't know any of them that are really into the crypto space or Web3. And so part of this is getting people educated so that they can move forward, because Web3 is not going anywhere. And so I've got one team member, and his whole thing, he's an amazing intuitive tarot card reader. Like, all my staff have their own gifts. They're good at business development or marketing or whatever they do, but they also have their own special talents or gifts.
Yeah.
So he just works with the healers and the investors, because some investors want to back the project, but they're not into crypto. So how to set up the crypto wallet, and how to participate at a Web3 level, because you can just stay at Web2. The app, you can use credit card and just purchase experiences through that. But if you want to get further into it and get the tokens and get the benefits and all that, then he has a whole onboarding process of how to take people easily, holding their hand, gently pulling them into Web3. And so it's not scary if you have someone guiding you. Yeah. So
that's great, because I think a lot of times, people hold on to what they know, and humans have a hard time sometimes changing. We get this. So the fact that you have a way to say, hey, we have a safe sanctuary over here. Hey, come on in. We'll ease you into this process and learning and all that is beautiful. And I just want to say that's great. And the other thing I want to ask is, so I know you're raising funds with the NFTs themselves, right? You're doing angel round funding for all of this. That is this beautiful app that you're creating. How would people get involved if they wanted to purchase one of the Daniel's NFTs and one of these angels?
Again, reach out to hello@heal.art.
Okay.
And we'll hook you up. And there's amazing benefits, like I said before, with all of our NFTs. There's something behind it. So I can go through, what all those beautiful. There's only 90 of them, and so, but they have incredible benefits behind them that people can have when they have the NFT. So I can go through that if people want to contact me at hello@heal.art. And
wonderful.
So,
I'm sure there's some angels watching us, and other than those, I'm saying the ones here, the diamond angels or the VIP angels, however you want to see it, and all of you, own a little piece of history, right? I mean, the launch of Heal.art and having an angel NFT, how cool is that? I think that's awesome. So.
What's really cool, and it's kind of like a side thing, just for the viewers of this, is like when we have our metaverse, we'll have an incarnation like serum that changes their NFT into an angel in our metaverse. So you can walk around and go, oh, you're one of the early supporters as well, when you see other angels in the metaverse. So a lot of exciting stuff that we're doing in terms of that. But yeah, there's only 90 angels, and we've already, I haven't officially released them, but we've already sold quite a number of them. But if people want to get in on that, as I said, they come with amazing benefits, but they're so beautiful as well. And so Daniel's art is amazing. And it was so much fun choosing these and going through and working with him on this project and getting these angels, because they are just like, I'm looking at them now, they're like beautiful bursts of light. And so it's been a lovely experience as having this as our first release, is to do the angel NFTs.
So while you're talking, my dog has been barking. I had to mute myself because she's been howling and so she's very excited, evidently. Miss Shanti, Angel of Peace, that I sometimes call the dragon dog because she has her moments. But she's been ushering in the fur babies of light. Just bring her to me. Let me bring her in and hold her for our ceremonial closing the summit. She's over it. I think she's over it. Are you over it, babes? Give me a sec. Come here. Oh my goodness. I
Pay
know.
attention to
So
me.
it's too much
Oh,
energy for my body, mommy. I know. Say hi to Sheli. Say hi to
hi.
everybody. Say hi. Oh, no, oh, that way. Look. Hi,
Oh,
everybody. That's my fur angel. She's a little terror sometimes, though, and she gets very excited. She likes to talk. Yeah. So I think this is my sign and signal that I need to move us into the close. But I'm so glad to have had you here. And I know I'm just wishing you and all of us such success in ushering Heal.art into this new Diamond Earth version. And I would like to see a Diamond Earth metaverse concept. Well, that could be interesting. We'll see. But
yeah.
why not? All right. Well, love you. Thank you for being here. Everybody say thanks and give her some hearts for being the catalyst of such a gorgeous summit. She's the reason you're all here, really. Honestly, this was not on my radar. This was not happening this year except for this woman. So this is why we're here. So thank you, Sheli. And
Much love to you, and thank you so much for all your hard work with this. I know it was a lot to put this together really quickly because it was like, I want to do this when our app is launching.
yeah,
So
when is the app launching, by the way?
early next
You
month.
know? Okay.
Yeah. And as I said, I'm in beautiful Bali. We've filmed over 200 hours of edited content from amazing healers, and yeah, we're excited with what we're launching with. I mean, it will keep growing in terms of the content, but it's pretty amazing as it is now.
Well, I'm so glad that we were able to do this, and we'll see where it takes us. It'll be fun.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of all this amazing good stuff coming.
Beautiful. Well, I ask you to stick around. I know you'll be here in the audience with us and just holding space as we move into the final closing and holding this halo of peace for the world. I'm going to see what the angels have. It's always interesting the closing of summits with them, so I'm sure there'll be a lot to come through. And I just want to say thank you again, and much love and peace for you, love. I'll see you soon.
Lots of love. Bye.
Oops, I just muted myself. Okay. Bye so much. Bye, love. All right, so hopefully that last part, I was actually talking. Shanti, baby, this is what's going on right here. We're doing this. So can you just hold on for mommy just a little longer? Is it possible? I love you too. Can I have kisses? No? No kisses for mommy? Okay. All right, I'm gonna put you down. Come back. Your sister's off the screen going, I want hugs, but we're not gonna do that. All right, so Sheli, if I was muted for that last few minutes, I was saying goodbye to you and everything. I don't know if I hit the button by accident, so I do apologize for that. All these transitions, so much fun. We're going to be moving now into the final of alignment with this, but give me a moment. Give me one moment. Yeah, bring in your heart. Oops, I did it again. Grab your water. Give me just a moment. I want to add the websites for Heal.art to the YouTube people that are watching, so give me 2 secs. I have to unmute myself so you can hear me. Because when I go over to YouTube, there's noise and then you're hearing it. So I want to just give them that information, because I'm a multitasking angel. Okay, so here we are. You made it. You're here. How are you feeling? How's everybody feeling? Okay, let's start here. What is your AQ at right now? If you haven't gotten the memo, what an AQ is, AQ means your angelic frequency, your angelic intelligence. It's the same thing. What are you holding as your living light? What are you holding as your ultimate love? What are you holding as your immaculate grace? How is it converging into the instrument that you are? And from 1 to 10, 1 being, not so great, to 10 being, I am on fire, lit, and so ready to go tackle anything and everything that could possibly come my way. yeah, we're looking for some numbers. So let's see what's going on in the angelhood here in this stream. We have a 10 from Juliana, Jeanette's a 10, Will's a 9, Mary's a 10. Oh my goodness, so good. Matt's a 9, Tara's a 9, Yesenia a 9, I'm an 8, Greggy 10. I'm shocked none of you went to 11. You Spinal Tap people out there. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do what I do best, which is channel the angels, which I guess I've been doing all weekend. I have to put some oil on. Yeah, some friction. When I work with angelic light, as now that you know the cat's out of the bag, the angel's out of the bag, the wings are out of the bag, out of the back. Wings are out of the back, the seraphim wings. Now you know that it means you're holding a broader bandwidth, and it's a lot of frequency to hold, especially for 3 days straight in the same chair. So it takes some skills, and I'm luckily, I got the juice. We got the juice, got the support. It's powered by angels. I have a friend of mine, he was actually my Magdalene Mastery Summit, Romania. He's an herbalist, Master Taoist herbalist. And one time he came over to my house, and this was a few years back, and he tested my adrenals. He said, Steph, your adrenals are pretty low. He's like, you're running on pretty light right now. I'm like, if you didn't do what you do, your body would just be out, just in bed all the time. So I know why the body instrument's so important. You know, we work on the body as much as the mind and the soul and all of it, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, yay, more tens and all these numbers coming in. Okay, I'm going to stay focused. So what I know, what we've done or what we've accomplished here as a collective, right? And for those of you, I want to say this. For those of you who came in and took the leap of faith with us early on, you came in, you're like, I'm a diamond angel, I'm a VIP angel, I'm in this, you know, I want to say thank you, because without your support, all of this couldn't have happened. And I would have had to do it anyway, probably, but I would have been exhausted and taxed and just feeling disheartened to not have that support, you know, because everything's energy. Love is energy, money is energy, you know, all of this runs that this world runs on, you know, it transfers into ultimately energy, right? So I want to remind you, for those of you who are in the, let's say, outer halo, and you're still in our halo, don't get me wrong, but you're kind of like peeking in or you're just holding space, that's fine too. That's always beneficial to help us hold space. If those of you are coming in YouTube and you're watching, you're peeking in and you're just coming in for 1 or 2 speakers and you haven't really been here for the whole time, I get it. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in full 3 days of this. It's a lot. It is. It's a lot of energy. But what I know is there was so much that happened, so many really beautiful gems, that to integrate these things energetically, even if I was sitting here saying watermelon, 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 there's an energetic stream from this instrument coming at you that's still in service. And that's my heart and that's my love for you. And so just know that I encourage you to send us a glow. Okay, you can send that through the contact screen of Angelic Academy. I set up a link, I think, in one of the YouTube streams. You can go through some of the videos and look in the chat of the live chat, right? But you can always just get in touch with me and say, where do I put a glow? And I'll actually put it here. Let me just, might as well go find it. Because this is what I know. We got a few. They were fun. I love reading them. They make me feel good. Because I want to say we have to support each other now. It's time to support each other and value what this is that we do. Because if we haven't figured out by now, meaning by this weekend, that we're all co-creating, that we are all in this to win this, so to speak, right? But we're also here to really set up this new version of the planet collectively together, visualize what we prefer versus what we've been witnessing based on past traumas that just keep repopulating like a rinse and repeat because we just don't unplug from them. Okay? But now we know. Now you know. You now know how responsible you are for all this reality that you experience, and you're all taking part in it, whether you like it or not. You are. So my invitation to you is to honor the spiritual first. Honor what spiritually fuels you, supports you, inspires you, frequency-wise first. Why? Because that's what informs everything else. How is your heart feeling right now? Frequency is going to be there. The love of God, Goddess, the love of the angels, Source, what is your creator, right? Alexander talked about the original creator of your soul. I utilize that consciousness too. So this is essentially what we plug into first. It is the greatest authority in your life. End stop, period, exclamation point. I mean, that's it. That is your greatest authority. You can take all the fractals of its consciousness, call it Yeshua, call it angel, doesn't matter, it's Darcy, doesn't matter. It's all coming from that creative. Where does that creative live? Well, you know, people have different consciousness around this. I believe that there is an experience, some call the void, or an experience of the womb of mother that is able to birth anything and everything. And we are here to pull from it sometimes, as much as it's pushing toward us. We're here to pull more refined filaments and elements of maybe an overarching angelic idea, and micro refine and tune them through our own instruments into something really unique and spectacular, right? You are all artists. You are all healers. You are all creatives in some way. So honor that part of you. Honor the creative vessel instrument that you are. Please, on behalf of all the angels coming through me right now, please remember who you are. Please remember that you are a painter into the cosmic, right? And there's so many things you could use as paint, so to speak. But however you're choosing to create, the idea is it's in service to all that you are, which is everybody here, everybody that supports you in some way, even each other, right? So I come back to thank you for your support in advance. For those of you who took the leap of faith, or you already knew what you were getting into because you've already been part of the last summit, or whatever decided to, you know, initiate your heart to say yes. And for those of you who are still wondering, is this worth it? I'm going to say your decision to align with the angels at this level, all that this represents at this level, is a very important choice point. We are at a choice point. I've said this before when we started. When we got this party started on Friday, right? It seems so long ago now, but really it was only 2 days ago. We were at a choice point. We've had a Mercury retrograde running through us. We've had this eclipse going on. We've had all these things to show us, the Schumann on fire, the planet literally getting radiated with so much light from the solar. It was ridiculous. We'd never seen that before. So what does that mean? Do you think it's an accident that that happened right before the summit and this weekend, and what this portal is today on the 5/22/22 and the 5/44? 44 being that blueprint of angelic archangelic alignment, the 5 being the change agent or angel. All of this means things, whether you know that or not. I'm telling you, yes, it does. There are alignments happening here. There are harmonic alignments that are very powerful. And we may look back on this, you know, oh, we were there, right? Who knows? So just to be mindful of looking at what spiritually feeds you and working from a place of passing that on, right? Take this knowledge and pass it into the world. Don't hoard it for yourself, right? Share it, get the word out, tell people about it. And when you are able to, be in the law of reciprocity in whatever way you can. That means give a glow. I just put up a link here, or I gave, I think, everybody a donation button who got the, who registered. So I will be sending that out again. So I invite you to register at angelicsummit2022.com to be part of that list, because that list will be a very specific list for me. There's a lot that I do that hasn't been shared in this world and in this live stream, okay? There's a lot of councils I sit on, let's just say that, and I know who's here. I already feel you. And I recognize and I give back to those that I know love me. I love them back tenfold. So just be mindful of that and think about it. And I just give you that invitation because if you're on that list, there could be things coming your way that could be pretty cool. Also, I know all of you are bringing your own light, your own gifts, your own love. I hear you, I feel you, I see you, I sense you, I know you. You are me, I am you. We're all one here, really, right? So just remember that whatever you've done just to be here, your presence is enough. This isn't about putting you in this state of like, oh, I wish I could, but I can't. You know, like I don't want anybody walking away from this feeling badly ever. That is not the intention. I'm just letting you know priorities sometimes need to be shifted. Diamond Earth, it's all about there's abundance for everything. Food for everybody, everything plentiful. So the scarcity consciousness that is happening for some people, and I'm just being really brutally honest right now because I was shocked actually to some degree where the consciousness is right now because of where the programs have been and how much people are aligning to them. Okay, and that means all the things we've talked about, like food shortages and gas prices and all these things. But guess what? When we align our consciousness to them, we worry about them, we have fear about them, we think, oh my God, I'm not going to pay the rent, and all these things that are coming up for us, right? How do you break through it? You make an action that says, it doesn't exist for me. It might exist for everybody else that wants to plug into that. It doesn't exist for me, right? That is a decision that when you show the universe angels that you mean business, you're like, this doesn't exist for me, please, right? It's because you've taken an action that goes counter to all of that fear coming towards you. Just like, thank you, neutralize, delete. So I'm just saying this is an opportunity for you to receive so much more in return for that action, that decision. That's the most important message I want to give you. If you are in that percentage of people that were like, yeah, I don't know, I do these things all the time, whatever, it's different. I promise you. And you can ask people that have done work with me for a long time without disclosing what I connect to. I'm just going to say it's very different, compared to a lot of summits I see. And I'm not saying this to be like braggart or arrogant. I'm not saying that. I just know who shows up here. I know the light that comes in here in this container. I know the people that come in to support. I know the transformation we're doing as a collective. And that's what you're a part of right now. You're part of this collective I call the Angelhood. You're part of this, whether you know it or like it or not, because you showed up. Something in you said, you better be there. That's a divine appointment. And you came. All the speakers that came here today, the fact that they were able to get into Halo Live and we were able to unfold what we did, for the majority of them, I should say, is a huge, huge thing because of the way that they operate from the frequency that they hold and their networks. To get everybody to converge, I mean, it's like the United Nations coming together, but high vibrational. I'm just going to say that. And it's a big deal. So thank you. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I've gotten all that out of the way because I want to get all of the information out of the way so we can then drop into the experiential, right? So I can take you on a trip, journey, a little bit of my Julie Cruise director coming in right now, and transport you. I'm going to transport you to the version of this planet that we actually are capable now of holding and aligning to now, because it already exists. You might not be aware of it. You might be still watching, the 3D version theater going on, but it's like pull away the curtain, come through, and go, ooh, what's going on here, right? That's the idea. Know that this planet is already a fifth dimensional and above planet. It's simply the 3D insert that keeps you working the Ferris wheel. I don't know what else to say, okay? So we are here to break you out of that, call it prison state? I don't know. You might as well, because it is somewhat of a self-imposed prison because you keep investing and buying tickets to that show. I'm saying there might be a better movie, right? Okay. Does that make sense? Let's see some hearts or something. Hearts? Anybody? I'm like, is anybody there? All right. I don't know if the hearts show up on YouTube side, but we're getting some hearts. Thank you. Thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, and and there's some of you who have been in my halo for a long time, and you know this, and you know what goes down, and so this isn't news to you. I'm talking to the ones who don't know, right? And goes up, I should say. Being mindful of Alexander, not a download, an upload, or whatever you want to call it. When he was talking about the understand versus understand, right? When I did Diamond Dream Alchemy back in 2020, I came up with this term of interfly. We're not standing, we're flying, right? So that's what that was about. But then also I moved into the word comprehend, but I'm sure I'll like talk to him, and he's like the thesaurus guy, and etymology and all of that, and he'll probably find some reason comprehend can't work. But for now, that's what I've been trying to shift into, or I am shifting into. All right, so let's see. Who's going to come in and play with us for our closing? I just want to see who the emissary is. Give me a minute. Let me tune in. Of course. Thank you. All right. We are going to be going into a playground outside of this multiverse, outside of this, how do we say it? Not multiverse, universe. We're going to a different universe, okay? Why do we want to do that? Because it's kind of like you run and then you look back at like where you've been, right? You get to somewhere else and you look back and like, oh, that's way over there now. It's kind of like you get a different angle on it. You get to look at this big blue orb, because I'm used to it as an orb. We talked about that too. From a different angel angle, the angle of the diamond angels. The diamond angels that I would say align, if you were going to look at the starseed cosmology, to the Andromedan galaxy area, okay? And these are angels that I've worked with, oh gosh, I don't know how many years, it doesn't really matter, a long time. And what they're showing me and what they're stepping in with is to really understand or know or comprehend, reply, the perspective of how they see our world, right? How they see it from that creator God space, if you will, the architects of creation space, or the angelic light stream space, where everything's being formed hot off the presses. I kind of liken this to a diamond phoenix. It's like things get recycled in and then spit back out, and it's just this constant engine of recreation. And this membrane holds everything that is in the light from anything that is out of the light, meaning the void or the womb space, right? It's timeless, all of it. And the diamond angels, you could kind of say, are the governors within that diamond phoenix membrane, or that diamond phoenix area. And I'm giving you, I have something right now, the best description I can give you that your linear mind can organize, but it's really not organizable that way. It's just the best way I can describe it. What are we going to do about this eye, everybody? All right. Just getting an adjustment here. Give me a second. We didn't get to go to the iris and what that's about. I'm doing some kind of adjustment. Okay. Iris, internal resonance intentional system. We like acronyms, don't we? So iris is what we perceive in, flips back and projects out into the reality. So we get to decide, what do we want to see in? What do we want into me? I see the intimacy of us, right? What do we want to bring in? What do we want to witness and respond to and project back out? And it's this constant cycling. The figure 8 comes to mind between the eyes, right? This constant cycling. And we're going to change, interestingly, what they're showing me is we're going to change the projection out first through the consciousness. So we're going to basically take the consciousness, run it into the cellular, and then project it out into this planet as a collective. How exciting. Why is that exciting? Because when more and more and more and more of us have the same vision of an elevated earth, guess what has to show up? An elevated earth. And in a sense, we become disruptors. Yeshua was a disruptor. Magdalene was a disruptor in her own right. A lot of disruptors have been on this planet. Buddha, you name it, right? They come in and they shift massively the consciousness on some level. But what if we do it together? What if it's not up to one person or one individual? What if we all are co-creating this together? So what I want you to share with me is a vision you have. What is something of a priority? Like, sink in your heart for a moment. And I want you to think of it from the angelic nature that you are, for the we are collective consciousness, something that we would like to see transform on this planet. You can go way out. I'm not limiting you in any way in your imaginational, but I just would love some thoughts coming in. And I'm going to check the YouTube feed too for anybody who wants to add it there, okay? But what I'm going to say is bringing in to this cosmic co-creation right now, right? These angels coming together takes us into what I call a hyperdimensional or ultra-dimensional state of consciousness, because it's not just me creating it, it's all of you creating it. And I want to invite you into this experience. So that means maybe you're really about the fur babies, maybe you're really about the oceans, maybe you're really about the forests and the jungles, maybe you're really about the people and the children, maybe, and look at them in their highest vibration. So we're going to put it in the affirmative, right? We're going to put the idea in the affirmative. Seeing children laughing and playing and safe, as an example, right? These ideas and these expressions, I want us to co-weave and collaborate right now as the healers and artists, right? So perfect for Heal That Art. What they're telling me is each of us are like threads, right? In this canvas that we're weaving across this space-time continuum that is really truly timeless, because we create the time, right, in consciousness. So, okay, Willow, she says no garbage, no plastic. Okay, so what I'm going to say is, what is the opposite of the no? Let's put it in the affirmative, right? So I've talked about this where I'm not correcting you to be a, you know what, like a know-it-all. I'm just saying, let's like rephrase it so we're putting it in the consciousness in the affirmative, okay? And creating the canvas and the paint, like you're not going to, how would you draw the opposite of it, right? So putting it in the affirmative. If you know when I do Halo, I say I only allow for the highest frequencies in consciousness of living light, ultimate love, and immaculate grace to remain within our presence now and always. Right? So if that's going around the earth right now, because we're already plugged into this whole beautiful planet, and you're a node sitting in your city, sitting in your home, holding space. Remember Kara said about that pillar of light concept, right? We're all pillars of light. We're these beacons of light. So you're calling forward into that specific location, amplifying that specific location to light up with this collective creative consciousness as a group. Let's see what else is going on. I'm gonna read them all together, so I'm just giving some time for everyone to participate. And give it imagery. Subconscious likes images. Concepts are great. I want you to dig deeper right now. Think of images. Imagination station. What are you seeing? Close your eyes and imagine your earth. Imagine Pachamama. Imagine this mother who loves you, is abundant, is always giving to you. And maybe you see certain things you don't like right now on this current version, right? The current veiled version. So, go in that imagination, give it some thought. It's good to go in there, right? And just, what do you see different? What would you like to see different? Describe it that way. This is an exercise for some of you. I know you're like, wait, can I just say this? I'm pushing you to like really stretch the imaginational muscles to bridge into the thoughts and the words you're creating and now typing to me, right? As far as if you were to describe it in not just too broad a stroke, like pick a lane, pick an element. It might just be one or two little elements that you're creating. Maybe it's your neighborhood, that's okay. But just pick something that is really dear to your heart. It's really easy for us to just go, I just want universal love, right? But what does that look like to you? Your version of what that might look like might be different than mine. So I want to feel you really bringing those images in to the heart and then typing them out, giving them over so that we are putting them on this angelic altar of light to say, Creator, this is what we have. This is what we are creating as God made present here, as you made present here in the form that we are. This is what we would like to lift up into the councils and the builders and the architects of creation to blueprint out now, please. We're ready. We're calling it in. But again, the angelic light streams and all that is creative, it likes image, right? In these very specific ways, right? Something that emotionally charges you up for that matter. So this is what we're doing. We're bringing this in. Okay, I'm going to see if anybody's coming in with some hot, off the press energies over here. We're gonna have to watch the sound here. Is anybody participating on YouTube? Let's see. Let's see if anybody can come up with something, and then I'm going to come into the VIP lounge and see. All right, let's see how we're doing. There's a lot of ideas coming in. You can put in more than one. A lot of you are, so don't be shy. Okay, so as these are coming in, and I'm gonna speak them into form for us because it's word is law. Word is law, and the law is one, right? The law is one with everything. The law of harmony, the law of co-creation, the law of resonance, all these laws. So I'm letting a few more trickle in when we get started. Okay, let's see how this goes. So what I'm going to do is you guys are bringing them in. I'm going to harmonize the halo and just get it lit up. So just give me a moment as I'm going to bring in the councils. The halo is already activated. Yes, thank you. Okay. The archangelic chamber is already up, so we love that. Activating all the angelic light streams of creation. Thank you. And just allowing me to be an instrument of peace for all. Allowing me to be an emissary for love. And making me that instrument to the best of my ability now. Harmonizing and aligning my highest vibrational light and optimizing that. Thank you. You are all channels of source. All of you. Feel that energy now flowing through you. Feel each and every one of you anchoring what you are here to bring as your gifts, as your angelic treasures into this world. And make peace with that. All that you've done up until now has been enough. Feel into the enoughness of you. Plenty of you. You are plenty of everything. And you are never too much. You are exactly right in every moment. Because it is harnessing the experience of being a human while being an angel that you are learning. You are still learning always. We are always learning. Otherwise we wouldn't be here. And there's a helicopter outside. How interesting. Give me a moment. Okay. Kurani sukuratana harate surati sharate nihiketi suru tonarati. What we know now in this moment is that there can be resistance to the light, but the light always triumphs and prevails because it's all light, everything, absence of or not. In this moment, I'm going to bring in your words and your love and your visions. You are all visionaries, right? And the visionaries that you are, we're co-visioning this beautiful planet, and you're taking a different facet of her diamond, prismatic, plasmic nature. So I want you to imagine, if you will, with me, that you are holding a station around this planet in your halo, your individual bubble of light. And you are focused on a region. You are focused on an aspect of her. We will say her because she is in receptive mode at this time, right? You know her as Mama. And what we are projecting, we are visualizing ourselves now holding a vibrational frequency of this beautiful light around you. I want to imagine together a rose gold. Again, this is Raziel's support of the angelic immune system, right? That you are strong and you are capable in every possible way to mitigate any interference and to know that you are sovereign and free already, claiming the sovereignty fully now. And as you are holding space or this station floating just in the atmosphere above the planet right now, just imagining that, right? All of you just floating into the atmosphere so you can perceive this beautiful planet. I am noticing the diamond angels coming in, and they are coming in again from this other universe, bringing in this diamond light, bringing in this harmonic frequency to entrain, to vibrate in, assisting us in elevating our energy field, and therefore the planetary energy field as well. So just take a moment to imagine this legion of diamond angels, these crystalline beings of light, these beautiful crystalline beings, very high vibrational, very large. And they phase in and out sometimes with a bluish color depending on what they're working on. And so now just imagine this beautiful circle of angels around all of us, around this planet. And as they are hovering and as they are holding space and they are aligning, they are bringing in their dimensional consciousness, their highest vibration to support us in knowing that anything that I'm about to give word to, they will use or even take higher into potentials that we don't even comprehend yet. We can't even imagine yet. They're going to take those as seeds of consciousness of desire and they're going to say, oh yes, and we can do so much more with that. We're going to weave in so much more and fill in the blanks that you haven't even imagined yet. Because we are here to co-create this world with you. You are never alone. We have your back. Thank you for coming. And now let's enjoy the show. Let's see what comes through. This is what everyone wanted to add to their vision. Oh, we are creating an amazing, brilliant world with all of our love, our healing, and our expansion. Breathing in and exhale. And as you exhale, just imagine this concept is starting to create light waves around the world. One big circle of fun coming in. We are all one and we are all love. We are blessed and honored to be together. 1 billion acres of mega permaculture farms producing organic food. Imagine those springing up all over the world, in every community, in every neighborhood, providing healing spaces, again, in every community, in every neighborhood, in every city and village around the world. See entire continents just covered in gorgeous organic farms where people can just go in and pick things and just eat them right off the tree, and it's all free, nothing to pay for. Beautiful healing spaces, not even a mile apart, always a space for healing. with music and dancing and celebrations of our greatness and our joy. Clean and thriving, healthy oceans free of any interference, such as plastics, right? Just getting all of that out. Knowing that there are technologies, and there are. I'm going to share one right now, a friend of mine knows of, that is a technology that can magnetize anything, including plastic. And guess what happens if you hover it over the oceans, pulling everything out that is inorganic? Guess what happens? You have a clean ocean very quickly, very quickly. So just holding that space of knowing these oceans are going to be free and clear, safe to bathe in, safe to swim in, everything's safe and secure for us to thrive. Knowing that love prevails and is all that is, we have better forms of education, right? Everyone is free, everyone is sovereign. All systems that have kept us bound to a feeling of the rat race, gone, dissolved. Everything is provided for, we exchange, we barter. No more begging, no more needing, no more codependency with any government. Right? We're letting all that go, so making room for governments that support us, that truly work for people, all people. Beautiful. One of our angels is calling in specifically the global jam for peace, recurring global jams. And again, these are music, symphonic energy of love coming in, where we collaborate and come together and we dance and we sing and we bring music and all that we are as creatives and party like an angel. Seeing kids smiling, seeing them protected, seeing them put first, as well as our seniors, treating our seniors right, giving them all that they need, creating communities for them, where we can garner wisdom from them, our wisdom keepers. Let's maybe even shift the word from senior to wisdom keeper. Seeing all wisdom keepers around the planet thriving with new technologies for their health, to end all suffering, right? So to reduce and eliminate all needs for suffering of any kind. Protecting the whales, the cetaceans, the living light-bearing keepers like the elephants and others all around the planet that help the grid systems, making sure they're always taken care of and protected in every way, honoring and respecting them. Oh, and then just knowing that we are a planet of divine love and that humanity only operates from this level of love. That anything that does not understand or know, right, the frequency of love will be taken elsewhere and rehabilitated perhaps. The universal peace and abundance of joy for all coming in through beautiful nature-based lifestyles, right? Where this has become the norm. Communities that have become powerful co-creative networks, all encouraging, uplifting, all. So just seeing this in your own community, seeing this in your own facet of this diamond that you're holding right now, just projecting and witnessing this happening in front of you. And what does that look like? Imagine. Peace, peace in all hearts. Seeing people walking the streets calm, making room for their friends to walk by if they're in a hurry, but no one really ruffled and stressed any longer, right? Just seeing them have peace and chill. Loving communication expressed through all silent partnerships, loving communication, parents and parents to children and families in general, and all that is expressed, all persons lovingly expressing from their souls, from their spirit, able to share vulnerably, able to just come together and hug more and without fear. All truth rising into the visualization, having everything be revealed to be healed. So anything that has been kept hidden, again, Diamond Earth doesn't go for that, it's fully transparent. So again, clearing out any of these elements that we put into theories because we're not quite sure, any doubts, fully dissolved. All truth of what has happened on this planet or continues to happen coming up so we can say, oh, there you are. I see you. I acknowledge your pain. And we remove you and release you now so we make more room for more light, more goodness, more kindness, more prosperity, more harmony and prosperity for all, where there are no caste systems. There is no more I have or I have not. Any concept of elite is universal. Everyone has everything they need. Everyone are multimillionaires. There's no need to even think about money in that way anymore. We're visualizing again this time on Earth with pristine, clean waters, right? The freedom, cooperation, and liberation for beings. Ill health, a thing of the past, because we have mastered wellness in mind, body, and soul. Telepathy, becoming the predominant form of communication. With telepathy, therefore, distrust goes away. Lying goes out of the window, right? Because everyone can read each other's minds and knows what they're thinking. So what's the point of hiding your true feelings? So vulnerability is just the norm in that type of expression of communications. All the body's flourishing with healthy herbs. Yes, moving into more naturopathic ways of being, right? Healing, all of it. What else can we add? I'm going to visualize technologies that serve us instead of us serving them. Right? Abundance that serves us. All the technologies of health, think of systems that may, let's just say, siphon energy. Instead, we are receiving the energy. Every company that takes must give back something until everything is brought into harmony. So we are asking for full harmonization of all corporations, the law of harmony coming to all corporations and making sure none are doing any kind of illegal rights. So we're moving all of that out and making room for corporations that work for all, that work for the people, that can benefit humanity, that we are collective. Eliminating all ideas of the greed, right? Eliminating all of that and just knowing everybody has everything they need, so there's no need to compete, right? So all competition dissolved and resolved in this way. What does that look like? Imagine that. Oh, this is a beautiful one. Visualizing birthing centers and divine respect of the human body, or the women, where the women are honored and comprehended in a way of bringing life to earth, and where there's feminine sanctuaries before and after birth is given, yes. Honoring the birthing process in general. Honoring all life in general. Finding a balance. Finding that our governments that are putting us into polarized consciousness will no longer thrive in this world. And so we will have councils, we'll have communities, we will have structures put in that serve all in a balanced, harmonious way. What else can you think of? What else is there? Let's see what the angels have to say, shall we? Imagine a world, if you will, where the nature is nurturing you. You are in tune with nature vibrationally. You walk up to a tree, it clears your system of any discordant energy. It is your friend. You love it. You treat it with love. It treats you. The trees, the energies of the animals are all in service to the healing and the vibrational harmonics of the planet automatically. And in turn, your system as a caretaker treats them in kind. Everything in balance, everything in harmony. When one is with harmony, in alignment with harmony, the melodies of creation ripple across the cosmos and are heard by all, and more support is given, more and more love and light is given to continue that song, to bring it up into more and more awareness of everything and everyone. And when you're feeling that good, when you're in that joy, what else is there? What is the need for anything else? Breathe into your body now and imagine this light coming over you and through your heart, beaming into this facet of the diamond earth that you are here to be an emissary for and to be a guardian of. You are now initiated, beloved being, as a guardian of this planet. You said yes to this eons ago. This is just simply a meeting to remind you. And we are here to remind you that we support you, that all of us are us supporting you. Every single person here is a friend. Every single angel here is family. Breathing in, allowing more light in. As we bring your light up, you have made room for it. It is here to serve you. It is here to love you. And it is here to bring you into the highest vibrational state that you can currently hold to support the evolution and elevation of your world. Breathe it in and hold it in your heart. Always. And know that it is always there for you to access at any time. When you are feeling those moments, feel this resonance of love. Visualize it as a sacred gem like a diamond or perhaps a pearl, like a sphere, if that makes you comfortable. And just know that this is a seed that has been planted today. You are the seeds of the new humanity, the angelic humanity, the multidimensional version that knows so much more than what shows up as appearances. And you look beyond the surface level appearance, sometimes into the void if you are those type of walkers, the veil walkers, and you pull from that space an entirely new vision. Or perhaps you are here to sing, to harmonize, or perhaps you are here to comfort those who have still not fully accepted the truth of who they are and want to live in the delusions and the lies they tell themselves. And that's okay. Everyone will rise into the truth of light. Everyone will eventually find their way home. So with my heart aligned with yours in this moment of now, just coming back to the space of the consciousness in the room that you're in, allowing the diamond angels to lift back, right? Letting go of that little piece of diamond earth, that facet that you are guardian for. Know that that is yours. And we're moving into now the closing of the summit. We're moving into the closing of the circle. This halo, but no, the halo is always there for you. Again, halo activate, there it is, right? But just knowing that this summit is coming to a close, and I'm going to do my best to see if we can bring Naomi in. We'll see. I want to say Matthew came in, oh, later than never, right? With veterans finding the healing they need and the care they deserve, yes, definitely, for sure. We will see that for all veterans who have been in conflict, becoming peacekeepers, being fully healed, of any PTSD or stress or resolving all of that memory system, neutralizing it all for them so that they may come into an entirely new version of themselves too. All right, everyone. Well, I believe we were going to have some music. I know Naomi had a little bit of technical issues, and it looks like she is unable to get backstage for us to bring in some music, but I'm going to trust there's a reason. There always is. So, from my heart to yours, I invite you to consider rising in the light with us in the Angelhood. Okay, the angelhood.com is a space that many of you already have discovered, but just in case you haven't, I'm going to say this is a beautiful community where we connect. There is a circle in there for Angelic Summit 2022 for all VIP angels. We will be adding you, and you guys can continue to connect and share. If you met here inside the summit in our VIP rooms during the lives between sessions, right, you'll still get to connect in the Angelhood, no worries. I also want to say, if you are interested in working with me in any possible way, angelicacademy.com is one way to do that. I also want to give you my flow page link. And the reason I say, let's see, where did I put it? Here we are. The reason I say flow page is a better way to connect with me sometimes is I don't always have the website updated to the minute, you know, what I'm doing in the world, because I'm very, you know, as you can tell, probably high frequency, fast paced. But the flow page link will always have the latest and greatest, okay? And you can find this link in my Instagram, and you can find me on Instagram at the Hug Angel. So this link lives there. It also lives at Angelic Academy. So either of those Instagrams, you will find this page or this link. And in that link, you will find a place to give a glow. If you had some level of up-levelment, enjoyment, something that made your heart sing during any of the summit, you're welcome to post something there. Okay, look for the glow submission link. And you can also do it for your fellow speaker angels, other angels other than myself. Don't be shy. Go in there and write to your heart's content. You might just, you know, might do a few different ones depending on how you want to do it. Or you can send me an email through the contact page on Angelic Academy or where else. But I prefer the glow. I think that's the easiest way to do it, really, because it'll keep it organized on my side. It's always the best. The other thing you can do is you can support the Hug Angel projects there. I want to tell you, I have something in my heart that wants to be birthed into this world. I'm going to get emotional. Right here. It hasn't, because it requires more than I've been able to get from it. Angels, really? Can you regulate, please? Oof. It's so important. And I can't tell you, because if I give word to it here in this kind of space, I'm afraid, I guess not afraid, but I just know somebody might beat me and do it in a way that they want to do it. And I know it's mine to birth through. And it's very specific and it's very unique to me, but in the same sense, I cherish it and I guard it with my light. But anyway, I would love to tell you all about it. I can't just yet. And I've been working on this and raising funds for it. So if that is something you want to do, the angels are flowing so much love in me right now. This is what happens when a seraphim and an angelic gets that much love. It has to express this way sometimes. And I wish I could make it different, but it's just how, you know, I'm the genuine article, because this is what happens. Okay, so can you give an angel a break, please? Thank you. Okay. Sip of water. So this is something I'm going to be doing, and it's going to take a lot for me to birth it. And I'm going to probably call on you guys to help me at some point in other ways, like social media, things like that, because it's that important. It is going to work on suffering. It is going to work on all the children's hearts. It's going to work on so many people, all the forgotten ones. And it's going to hold people in a state of comfort because it's going to be imbued or infused with my energy, and not my energy personally necessarily, but the energy that comes through me. And it's going to be something of a movement, really. Right? It's not a product so much as a movement, but it is something that is informed. And it is here to show that we're never alone, ever. So, here we go then. I feel like it's really why I'm here. And anyway, if you feel compelled to support, there's something called Hug Angel Project. Maybe projects, and then it's really this main project. And you're welcome at any time, whenever you're in a room with me, whenever you just know that I've given you and you want to give back, even if it's in the future, even if you're watching this a year from now. I don't care when this is. You can go to my flow page on Instagram and you can find the Hug Angel Projects, and you can give there to birth this. That's what we're doing. We're birthing something. And it's like I'm like this mama birthing, and you guys are midwives. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care if you're a guy, like you're there, like Lamaze, right? Yeah, it's big. If this like total stream of tears wasn't proof enough, because guys, I'm really strong in the way that I can hold my pillar and buffer, but when that much light is raining down on me in grace, it is what it is. It's just, you guys get to see all the stuff. But just know this is huge. It's for the world, and I know so many people say that with all their stuff, I mean, I grew up in LA where everybody on every street corner has the best film idea and they're writing screenplays, and and everybody, oh, it's great, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something that I really feel very, very powerfully is angelically backed is the best way, and I'm doing my best to be the vessel for it, and I do it simultaneously to Angelic Academy and the Angelhood and everything else I do, but I'm a little tired. It takes a lot to do all this that I'm doing. So anything you can do, I'm always appreciative of. That's the bottom line. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know we have all so much to manifest in this world, right? Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So what I want to do is end this Halo session of light called the Angelic Summit 2022 with all of you in my hearts, all of you in my tears, because every tear is for you. Because water, what is it? And we learn it's a conduit. So that means there's so much exchange in that. The true stock exchange of value, right? This is the energy of water. Water flows through us and in us and as us, and I love you. Thank you for bringing yours here. Thank you for bringing your emotion here. Thank you for those of you who shed your tears for us. All of us, all of humanity. Thank you. And thank you all for your loving, kind words. Until we meet again, I'm Stephanie Lodge, the Hug Angel, signing out. With grace in my heart for you. I love you. And I'll see if there's a way to come into the Summit Lounge with you after this. I'll meet you over there and just say some goodbyes in person. For you VIP angels, I'm more than happy to do that. All right? Peace in your hearts, hug always. Bye for now.